That's what we're looking for at this moment in time in the game, and the referees is trying to squash it.
Right, okay. Right, now let's look at Division 2. 5 of our clubs involved, but only one of them claimed a victory. Are you with us, Alan?
Yes.
And Chris McMenemy, who's now with Newcastle Club. What's your job up there?
I'm on the coaching staff and working with some of the young players up there and enjoying it immensely.
Nice one, isn't it?
Very good at the moment.
Team's bombing along very nicely at that. Okay, this game today, boys, it's very important. I mean, we always say it's very important for both teams, but very, very important, I should think, for both teams, because if we look at the league table, you will see that both sides are down there in the bottom half. Not a nice place to go, albeit that Sheffield United there are sitting in the top half of that lot. But if they win, there's going to be a big charge up the table, especially I would think for Barnsley there with 13 points. If they get the win today, and you look at the top of the table, they would immediately go in at least in a respectable position there to 16 points, yeah?
Sheffield United were one of my tips to do well this season. They took a little while to adjust, but I think they've had a good run lately. I think they've lost one game in the last 9 or something. So they've got a little point to prove, and as you say, can get right in amongst them if they win here today.
I mean, you played them recently, Alan, didn't you?
We played Sheffield United last week, yeah. They're a very direct team. Don't play over much football, but they're very effective. And obviously, if you look at the stature of the club, everybody would expect them to be pushing for promotion this season.
Well, that's right. High expectations here. Well, let's go down to John Helm, who has the up-to-date team news for us. John?
Feel to get his chances in and around the box.
Do you think the play is direct as it used to, Alan? I mean, you're the first hand in.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah?
They get the ball in very early as possible to flow. Last week I spoke to David after the game and we spoke about the lad Blake and Little John. And he sort of said to me that he likes to use Little John for an hour to bomb around and look for little bits and bobs that drop off the big lad Flo. He's quite a good player anyway. And then put the lad Blake on. He was a bit disappointed that neither player had scored many goals this season. But they are a very direct side. You know, they'll not be throwing the ball out to the full-backs and building it up wide, and the ball will go in there, and he's a handful in centre forward.
Okay, let's look at the Barnsley line-up there, and they're set up today. How do you see that one?
Well, this team, Barnsley, gave us a cracking couple of games in the Coca-Cola Cup at Newcastle recently, and they've got a decent balance again of youth and experience. David Watson, a young under-18 player for England last year, the goalkeeper. Jerry Taggart, a strong centre-half international, as is Gary Fleming. And Danny Wilson, you can't discount him. He played extremely well against us in the middle of midfield and can still get and give the ball very well.
Well, it looks like as if we may get 1 or 2 goals from that line-up.
It was also out of luck when he carved a way through, but shot wide. The verdict has been a mixed start for the Blades.
Well, John's saying a mixed start for them. They've certainly had a more settled side this year than they have of late.
Yeah, I think they certainly have. I think at the moment they'll be a bit disappointed with the league position. They have got a couple of games in hand over other clubs, and as David quite rightly said, it's a big week for them. West Brom are struggling somewhat this season. They'll be looking to obviously get 3 points today and 3 points Tuesday, and it's very close in the First Division at the moment. There's not a Newcastle this year. There's not a Crystal Palace or a Forest running away with it. And really any team that will play consistently well and get points consistently will be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big club. They've got a big squad, they've got money to back them, and they're expected to do well, which is not really expected of Barnsley. So there is a certain amount of pressure on Sheffield United to do well, and they want to build on the run that they've had recently, I think.
And if they can win today, or put a little decent run together, you can be in top 3, no problem.
Thanks very much, John.
You're welcome, John.
Let's have your reaction to what he's saying.
I think with regards to Barnsley, they will play a passing game. Barnsley will play a different sort of system to Sheffield United. You know, things really haven't changed since Mel Machin with the manager. They're still playing with 2 big lads picking up and a 3 lad behind them, like sweeping. But obviously they're looking for some sort of consistency, but they will pass the ball. I saw the game that Chris's club played against Newcastle, against Barnsley the other week, and I thought they passed the ball very well, and particularly Danny himself. I thought he had a terrific game.
Well, I was just thinking there about little Danny. I mean, the problems of being a player manager. You know, is it better for him to be on there with the lads?
Very difficult job, and I think Alan's done it himself, and he's spot on. Danny Wilson did ever so well against us, and they were good value on over the 2 legs, and probably in a slightly false position in the league, but they can make a huge leap today. If they win here today, they can push themselves right away up the league, and that'll do the players, especially the young ones in his side, the world of good.
Okay, well, they've certainly struggled to score.
Starting in the next 2 or 3 minutes.
Well, do you remember the last time they built a stand here, they went down a division, didn't they? Went down to Division 3.
It often happens with clubs. I mean, it happened to Wolves a long time ago, and Chelsea had a big stand built, and the team seems to suffer, and I suppose Dave Bassett would prefer the money to spend on players and fill the rest of the ground rather than the stand going up. But the Taylor report has made a lot of grounds change, and it is good safety-wise and for the comfort of supporters.
I mean, it's a nice little ground at the moment, only three-sided, so when the construction goes up here, it will be a cracking little ground, won't it?
I think there'll be a good atmosphere, obviously. They can generate a lot of support here. And once they get some big games, as I say, you know, when it's covered again in four sides, it'll be very, very interesting to experience it.
Mind you, we know a lot of managers that have been the victims of stands before players, you know, and Harry's in that position. People expect him to get up, don't they?
To be honest, cutting across, Chris, I think he's quite lucky. At Grimsby, we've got no money for players, we've got no money for stands either.
So,
good fish and chips, though, isn't it?
yeah, we always used to get the boxes of kippers and when we went up there, didn't we, at Grimsby?
They were always very generous at Grimsby. Since I've been there, we've put the block on that.
You cut the block on the
put the block on.
kippers.
Finance.
But I mean, it is important, and it'll be, as I say, I'll make this a ground because of the rivalry from across the city from Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I mean they've looked at Sheffield Wednesday over recent years, who've probably done better than Sheffield United, and they must be looking with jealous eyes, and a new stand will complete this stadium and possibly give them a chance to compete on level terms.
Yeah, okay. Right then, the teams are just about due to come out, and you've actually gone into a rather little constructing first half, I thought, yes?
Yes, I think all we need is a goal, really, here. You know, two contrasting styles of football, I think. Barnsley have passed the ball very well through the middle of the field. But I think one or two chances at both ends, but nothing really clear-cut other than the White House effort.
Well, early on, United had one or two little chances, I think, you know, in that period. When Slow, who's always a danger in there anyway, you know, come on ahead at the back post.
He's a very strong, aggressive player. They waste no time in getting crosses into the penalty box, Sheffield United. And the lad always finds himself, he always gets himself on the back post on central defender's shoulders. And it was a good ball in, actually, and he came round the back there and got up really well, timed his header well, only for it to go about a yard wide.
Well, I mean, this is their predictable way of playing, isn't it? That where they throw the ball into the back post and expect the big fellas to be there.
Well, I think that's where the goal's going to be scored, really. You know, nobody loses sight of the fact that's where the nets are, in the penalty box. Different teams have different styles of play to get the ball in that area. And Sheffield United is very direct, but David's been very successful with that game, and I don't think we'll see Sheffield United change the tactics at all in the game.
Well, I know that is their style, and they do most of the stuff in there, and yet probably one of the best chances, in fact, of the first half was the one when Whitehouse got the ball played through to him and really should have scored.
I do agree with you. It was a good ball forward, actually, and they fight for it, same as we said before the game, you know. Little flick on there, look, the lad's held it up quite well, rolled it back, and I think he's seen a lovely first time pass. The lad's held his line very well, not got offside, had a good first touch. The only thing he didn't do was hit the target.
Right. I mean, that is classic play, forward, back and forward.
Well, yeah, in one sense, but we haven't seen too much of that, have we? You know, it's gone in forward pretty quickly. The lad sort of got his touch back, you know, flicked it on, the lad held it up quite well, the lad Gale. Rolled a nice ball back, and the other lad, Blake, held it up. And sort of the lad's been played in. He'll be disappointed not to have hit the target.
At the other end, Andy Payton's been really buzzing, I think, this afternoon. Been a bit unfortunate. Had one or two chances and well might have gone in at half-time with a goal or two.
I think Andy's been very dangerous, actually. At times he's swapped with O'Connell, and when Andy's got the ball and been able to run at people, he's been dangerous. I don't think that sat up very kindly for him there. You know, he's sort of leaning back, didn't get over the ball, did he?
Wasn't really convincing there, Alan, was it?
No, I thought he was very, very uncertain with his, you know, he didn't look like he was going to hit the target and really get over the ball, did he?
But they've played some lovely football around the box. They've caused quite a few problems here for United.
Yeah, I think on 2 or 3 occasions they've got the ball in around the edge of the box and created 1 or 2 chances whereby they may have taken the chance a little bit earlier. On a couple of occasions they've wanted to make a good chance a bit better, and by doing that you lose the chance that's there anyway.
Okay, well,
but they have passed the ball very well.
And we'll just hope there'll be a few chances cropping up in the second half. For the moment though, we'll take a short break. Well, welcome Welcome back to Bramall Lane. The score 0-0 here at half-time between Sheffield United and Barnsley. Alan Buckley is with me, and I've just heard there at half-time Roger Nielsen has just won the club sweep for £1,000.
Well, he'll be on his way home to celebrate with a bottle of champagne, I suppose.
Let's hope we bump into him after the game.
Yeah, we'll split it with him, eh?
Now, if you are either manager in this one and you're sitting in there at half-time, how are you going to conjure a goal out of this one?
I don't think either team will change the way they're trying to do it. Obviously, we do need a goal. I think a goal will liven the whole game up, really. I mean, it's very competitive, fiercely competitive. But obviously, that's the missing ingredient, isn't it, the goal? Sheffield United will continue to get the ball in the box as often as possible, rely on the height and flow. I think the Barnsley defenders have competed very, very well with him, actually, in the air. So. And the minute they lose concentration and have a little lapse, he's capable of getting on the end of one and scoring a goal.
Do you think Harry Bassett may be saying to his midfield players, look, we've got to get on Danny Wilson here, he's running the show for this team?
I think he's been terrific the first half. I think his passing's been very accurate, very good, very well weighted. And I think whenever they look in a little bit of a trouble in their own half, he tends to fill holes for Barnsley. I think he'll be quite happy with the way things are going, Danny, and feel that they will create a chance.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly has he's knocked it around well. I think the two boys up the front are moving well, creating space.
Yeah, they're complementing each other very well, the lad Rammel and Andy Payton. O'Connell's got a nice little free job behind the front too, really.
Yeah, I like that position he's playing, and it's a good one.
I bet you do at your age, yes. It's a lovely area to play.
Well, unfortunately, no goals for you this afternoon. Sheffield United 0, Barnsley 0. But all in all, I thought it was not a bad little game. Alan, you?
It was plenty of honest endeavour. I felt the second half, for 20 minutes, Sheffield United certainly pushed him back, spread the play out quite well at times, got plenty of crosses in the box. There was plenty of incident in both boxes, actually, with short crosses going, between forwards and the far post.
Well, United came out, they obviously had a kick up the backside from Harry Bassett at half-time, came out and really were firing there, and almost scored because Fleming managed just to get one off the line.
Yeah, I mean, it was a decent cross, a good cross from the lad Reid, and it was well fought for in the box there. And the lad Fleming, you see, really hasn't got a responsibility to pick people up, and he's done his job, protected his goalkeeper, and got the ball away very well.
He did very well, actually. I was looking at the goalkeeper, who I think is a very good young goalkeeper, but seemed as if he got himself lost a bit there, didn't he?
I think obviously Sheffield United put a lot of balls in the box, and he's had decisions to make whether to come or not. The lad's been very brave in his decisions. He has elected to come or stay. One or two of his punches hasn't been the best, but he's rode his luck a little bit, and credit to the lad, he's kept a clean sheet. Yeah,
but with the Blake miss as well in the second half.
Yeah, so it was just a through ball with two of them chasing it. I thought their lad hit him on the arm with the ball. I don't think it was a free kick, but I felt he could have taken it on 2 or 3 strides, let the ball settle on the floor and hit the target with it.
Okay. Well, we have Danny Wilson down there in the tunnel for us, Danny, who's our man of the match. Well done, sir.
Thanks a lot, Ian. Thank you.
Good man. I've got Alan Buckley with me.
Hello, Alan.
How are we doing, Daniel?
I'm fine, thank you. A bit knackered like, but all right.
You look it, yeah.
There's a bit of sweat dripping onto that mic there. I'm saying you've got a bit of sweat dripping on the mic. You've obviously worked your socks off today.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch you, Ian, sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying you worked your socks off today in midfield for them.
Yeah, I think we had to come here today and they do a job like, it's a very tough place to come to, but it's a local derby, obviously. It's maybe there wasn't a lot of chances throughout the game, but obviously it can be a bit cut and thrust, and unfortunately for us, we came away with a decent result.
Well, we were impressed by the style of play, but we liked the way you play.
Well, we try week in, week out to pass the ball. I mean, we're working in regular in training. I'm not an advocate of knocking the ball long. I think people should enjoy the ball, and I've been brought up on it. I'm trying to get installed in the lads here. Unfortunately, it's working now. They're starting to believe in themselves, and fortunately we get 1 or 2 results.
And the 1 or 2 little dodgy ones we felt across the middle of the field at times.
Sorry, I can't.
1 or 2 little dodgy ones across the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's always about tasting there, isn't it? Especially in derby games, but it's part and parcel of football, but it was an enjoyable game from our point of view.
Yeah. OK, Danny, well, thanks very much, sir. We'll let you get into the bath, much deserved. But well done today.
Thanks very much.
I mean, smashing little player. Now, what about down at the other end when Barnsley were attacking, and there was a cry from John Helm that it may have been a penalty kick? Did you think it was a penalty?
Well, it certainly hit the lad on the arm, didn't it? It was a quality cross, really, very deep to the back post, and the 11 Sheridans come right round the back, look. I thought he made a good decision to head it back across goal. It's definitely hit the lad on the arm somewhere. Whether it was very close, it's difficult to see from here. Whether it was ball to arm is for the referee to make that decision.
Well, I mean, the referee has to make the decision. Was the ball was coming back across the face of the goal?
Well, the ball was going back across the face of the goal. It's quite an intelligent header, I felt, as I say. And the lad's just sort of gone to try and half close him down. He spread his body, look, and the ball's hit him on the arm.